This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Today, it's the second of 3 games here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The second of 3 games here on this Sunday. We continue with Super Wild Card Weekend here on EA Sports. Oh, good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Bears. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
Teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down at about the 38. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
Detroit Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10.
Here's Milton now to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call through the offensive coordinator. You like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and 1.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run with Gibbs. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Gibbs. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This to Laporta, right side. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Sam Laporta, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback. It's at Sales over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
It's not enough. You sell it, but it's not enough. You better run step, but it's not enough. Say bigger than myself.
Looking to put a drive together. They go here with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Once again, it's Swift. They'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 32.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
For the Bears, 1st down. A gain of 7. 1st down, Bears.
Watch out, watch out.
On 1st, and now the ball's out, fumbled in midfield. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's go. Panther 60.
Throwing is Milton. That's complete to Laporta. Big strides, look at him go. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 46 yards.
What a first quarter he's been putting together. He scored the touchdown earlier, and he's in phase right out of the gate. Right now, he's playing with such confidence, he doesn't believe that they have an answer for him no matter what they do on defense. And here's another big play to prove his point.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Tremaine Simmons on the tackle.
These two teams all tied after one.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bears' 10-yard line.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football, as they've got it 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Milton. Now he's going to step up and run. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll be brought down right at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
This is 2nd and 8. To throw, Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. On play action, here's Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
A gain of 10 yards.
And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
First down.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
It'll be a gain of 5. And it's second down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Now a give, right side, Swift. And he stopped immediately there. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To throw, it's Williams. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bears are once again back in front. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They're on the 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Well, the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll run right here with Swift. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Williams. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and out of front, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
19 Charger, 18 Rattler.
Milton. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
At the 32-yard line.
Here's Milton. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
17-yard line.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. Tyreek Stevenson in on the stop. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
15-yard line.
Bronco 80.
Now Milton. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Lions are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for the Lions. First down.
To throw is Milton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 in the drive, not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Operating from the gun, Milton. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he's going to grab another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
19.
Gibbs straight ahead. 57 yards rushing for him now at this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
Here's 2nd and 3.
60. Get it. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Hey, check that. Check that. Street. Ready.
Back to throw. Milton. Touchdown. Jamison Williams from 13 yards out. And the Lions have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Point after right down the middle. And that gives him a 3-point lead.
Bears 17. Jack Fox kicking off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I see him shaking the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To the air, Williams. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. They'll go, here's Williams. Throw right side taken in by Odunze. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Come on. Set. Cowboy.
On the give, here's Gibbs. And then the movers right forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll take this one down to the 36. But now he appears to be in some pain. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
No. Go.
Here's the former Bear. This is David Montgomery. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
Ready? Panther 60. Panther 60.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Looking to throw. Milton. Right side to Williams. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
7-yard line.
Back to throw. Milton. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Milton. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And his kick is indeed good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And the Lions will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Off play action. Milton. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Montgomery. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield strike. Now 2nd and 5.
At the 50-yard line.
Come on.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
19, Charger, now go.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. Bears are going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
25-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles. Pass the 60. Pass the 60.
Off the play fake. Milton. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now stands at 13.
Bears 17. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. They definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And they bring it to the ground just shy of midfield. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
A gain of 14. First down, Chicago.
Throwing is Williams. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Williams. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game together.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off the bootleg, Milton. Comeback route, and he finds St. Brown. And they'll get to him right away at the 40. That catch moves him over 100 yards now for this wild card game. And a first down as well.
At the 40-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Liking 18.
They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3.
77.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's spot it right in midfield at the 50. 4 yards to pick up. First down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here we go. Start.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defense in front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Gravity Lions.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Milton. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Lions first down, and that's the one that should seal a victory. He's been the go-to guy, and they needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or they